The Game Boy aesthetic originally started out with because I was initially learning pixel art overall. Because my first pixel art stuff was just in Game Boy because Game Boy is just all tones. You only have green, black, light green, white, and those are your tones, and that's pretty easy for a person who draws a lot in pen and ink and stuff like that. So I ended up just adhering to pixel art pretty easily through that, and then of course I ended up getting better at pixel art in general because I ended up kind of just getting doing more pixel art, and as you do more pixel art you just get betterer and betterer. I've been debating with myself of whether or not to put the game in color, because we have a build and it's mostly for my programmer where the game is in color. And for the past few streams that I've showed the Unity demo build, it shows a bunch of the it shows it in color, but I overall don't want it to be in color if I can help it. One thing that I do like about working monochrome is that you end up learning to do blends much easier than if you start with colors overall. Or at least that's my opinion. Because 1-bit pixel art's a very underrated style. Like my people will think of the Apple II, or actually I think that's about it with like the Apple II. If you're playing games like the Mac version of Deja Vu, or what's it called? Maybe like the first Mac Blaster and stuff like that. Things on the Commodore 64, whichever. And a lot of people aren't really gonna think about those old games because, like, why would they? They're old. No one plays them. But because of because they're able to make cool tones through simply just two colors. So it's just like inking, where you're using hatching to simulate the concept of grades without using gray washes and stuff like that. And another thing that kind of like showed me how to tackle 1-bit art, and this is more than just looking at other Game Boy stuff, is I forget okay, so there's this artist called Blindcherub, and he basically made a bunch of straightforward I guess 8 1-bit tips where it's like materials and dithering stuff like that. Kind of just shows ways of how you could render different materials just 2 colors basically. So this is basically like black and white. That's about it. And it's hard, but it gets easier because you're just working with values. You don't have to worry about colors. You don't have to worry about saturation, blending so much, or even like palette limits, because you just have the paper and the pen basically. Or at least that's my mindset when I think of how to tackle monochrome.